Okay, so hey, how's it going out there? Just wanted to make a video, a rant really about um, just something I've been thinking about more and more lately, and that is the um, the whole idea of believing. It's a topic that covers so many people. I mean, it covers so many parts of life, but more specifically, religion. In fact, to say you don't believe is a crime in some countries, but it's a social crime as well if your social circle is dominated by people who believe that some religion is absolutely right. But it's weird, because people believe some weird stuff. I mean, did God create the earth in 7 days? Well, book says it. I mean, I can tell you the book says it, but that doesn't mean I believe it. It doesn't mean it's not true either, because it's not provable. It's not something you can prove. But more so, what I wanted to talk about was the idea that, this idea of, okay, so this book was written, the book says God, it's a theory, that God created this, that, and the other. Fine. And that God wants this, and this is what God demands, and this is God's law for people. But what's even more interesting is that people believe the book on its own merit, that it's a book, or that it's got this word holy, holy book attached to it. And, the Muslims do it too. They believe in God, yes. They believe in a monotheistic God. They believe that He wants certain things done. Kill the Jews, kill the Christians, going to a place that is heaven, which is similar with all other religions. This idea that if you believe and do what the book says, then you will have this, ticket into a good place. Never mind that you have to kill people to get there. Never mind that it may not make sense. Never mind that it's just a belief, But even more is that people are putting faith in these books and faith in these stories. So I have no connection to Abraham. I can't say whether Abraham or not was a freaking crazy person. Or that Muhammad was a crazy person. Or that Jesus was a crazy person. I can't say for sure. I just know it's a book. And people sing really beautiful songs about it. And that is kind of a selling point, or was for me anyway. The selling point that it seems so beautiful, it seems so good. And there are good things about religion. There are good points of view and good advice for living life. But you would think that, in the general, if you step back, that Jesus basically said, "Don't be gay," and kill people from other religions. Same for other, Muslims and Islam. They would say the same thing. But it's not like the heart of it. I mean, it's a part of it, but it's not the heart of it. And I think that's interesting. I think it's interesting that people put faith in someone else's word. Like, they put all the power, the actual power of religion in the hands of someone they've never met, someone who lived a long time ago, someone who maybe the story says that they saw angels, or and that goes for Christianity, Judaism, Islam. It goes for Mormonism. It's widespread, and the point I'm trying to make is that, have you seen an angel, or are these people just so elevated and good in your mind that it's natural that only they saw it, and it's natural that only a few people are good enough? But that, I call bullshit on that, because if it's real, then it should be able to be um, something experienced by anybody who has faith and believes and is interested in entering into an experience like that, or even not interested. Balaam and his talking donkey. He was kind of into, you know, just the glossary idea of things, and a donkey talked to him, and a donkey saw an angel. So, but that's a story. And what I'm saying is, it's weird how people feel that they have to believe, or there's big consequences. But I can't say that I believe everything that I hear, because I don't, and it's the same for politics. I mean, it's polarizing. Like, people want to get into these groups that seem the most correct, or the most charismatic, or the most emotional investment, where, you have people that are crazy for their candidate, if it's Trump or Clinton, based on the party, based on the ideas. Never mind that there might be other ideas. There could be other ways of looking at it, but because they're only presented with two, they choose, quote unquote, the lesser of two evils. But you don't have to do that. And it's crazy. Like, I'm not saying there is no God. There might be, but people put their own interpretations onto what God is, and it doesn't agree. Like, across cultures and history and regions of the world, if there is a God, which one is he? I mean, are we just so fortunate that we're born where we're born, and the predominant religion is the right one? That sounds crazy to me. I mean, so the Muslim in Iran, for many generations, would be convinced that they surely are going to go to Allah's paradise, and the Christian born in the United States would surely believe that they were believing the right thing, and they were going to God's paradise, or Muhammad's paradise and Jesus' paradise. I mean, the idea that those religions don't necessarily agree, and then you got the Mormon thing, and then you have Scientology, and just all these different views of what is correct, like freaking correct, like this is right, and if you don't believe it, well, I feel sorry for you because you're going to go to hell. But by virtue of the diversity of different religions and their differences, any one religion could say that about another. So because the Islamist doesn't believe in your God, then you're going to hell. But because you don't believe in their God, or because they don't believe in your God, they're going to hell. So it's like this dividing of people and ideas that are based on something that it seems like people have a need to believe in something, like this very strong pull to make sense of the world that we live in, and to be the most correct, and to somehow avoid a terrible afterlife. But the problem with that is it ignores this life, the life we live, and all these ideas touted about, goodness and niceness just get thrown to the side in the name of defending ideas. And I just think that's weird. That's so weird. So I guess, think about that. Think about the idea that maybe there's a God, but you don't know for sure. Like, you don't know for sure. It's written in a book, but there's been a lot of books written. There's a lot of fictional books written, and they're very compelling, and they're very detailed. What does it mean they're all true? You can prove they were true, and you can't prove that any holy books are true.